ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Namaste my dear friends, this is video number 7 on Avadhoot Gita. This video number 7 I will start with stanza number 1 of chapter 7. Aratha karpat virchit kantha punya punye vivirjit pantha sunyagare tishtati nagno sudh niranjan samar samagan. The enlightened one, nude or clad in a patched garment made of rags gathered from roads, follows the path which is devoid of virtue and vice and stays in an empty abode, absorbed in the pure, stainless, homogeneous being, devoid, etc., because he now realizes he is the transcendental absolute being beyond all rules and actions of relative life, stainless, free from all adjuncts that make the self appear as limited, ignorant, and impure. Stanza number 2. Laksha alaksha विवर्जितो लक्ष्यो युक्ता युक्त विवर्जितक्षय केवल तत्व निरंजन पूतो वाद विवाद है कथम बुधुत. The enlightened one aims at that which is without any mark or marklessness. He is skillful, being devoid of right and wrong. He is the absolute truth, stainless and pure. How can the liberated one engage in discussion and disputation? Mark, etc. Mark means definite attribute. Marklessness is absence of attributes. But even absence of attributes cannot be imputed to the transcendental self, since the absence of attributes implies the existence of attributes. Engage, etc. Discussion and disputation are possible only when one is himself ignorant or involved with the ignorant, and the enlightened one is neither. Stanza number 3. आशा पास विबंधन मुक्ता शौचा आचार विवर्जिता युक्ता एवं सर्व विवर्जित शांत सतत्वं शुद्ध निरंजन वंतः. Free from entrapment in the snares of hope and devoid of purifactory ceremonies, the enlightened one is ever absorbed in the absolute, thus having renounced all, he is the truth, pure and stainless, purifactory, etc. Rules of purification of the body and mind observed by the orthodox as part of religious discipline. The liberated do not need them and are above them. Stanza number 4. कथम ई देह विदेह विचार है, कथम ई राग विराग विचार है, निर्मल निश्चन लगन अनाकारम स्वमी ही तत्वम सहजाकारम. How can there be any discussion here of body and disembodiment of attachment and detachment? Here is the truth itself in its spontaneous natural form, pure, immovable like the sky. Stanza number 5. Katham ehi tattvam vindati yatre रूपम रूपम कथम हि तत्र गगनाकार परमो यत्र विषयीकरणम कथम हि तत्र. Where the truth is known, how can there be form or formlessness? Where there is the Supreme whose form is like the sky, how is perception of any object possible? How, etc. The knower, knowledge, and known all become one in transcendental realization. Stanza number 6. गगनाकार निरंतर हंसम सतव विशुद्ध निरंजन हंस एवं कथमी भिन्न विभिन्नम Band viband kar vibhinnam. The Supreme Self is indivisible of the form of the sky. It is the truth, pure and stainless. Thus, how can there be here difference and non-difference, bondage and freedom from bondage, transformation and division? Stanza number 7. केवल तत्व निरंतर सर्वं योग वियोगो कथम हि गर्वम् एवं परम निरंतर सर्वं भवकथमिहि सार विसारम. Here is only the absolute truth, indivisible and all. How can there be here union, disunion, or pride? If thus there is here only the supreme, indivisible, and all the all, how can there be here any substance or absence of substance? Pride, the ego, dies on the realization of the truth, repository of qualities and therefore belonging to the relative plan. Stanza number 8. केवल तत्व निरंजन सर्वम गगनाकार निरंतर शुद्धम एवं कथिम खंग विसंगम सत्यम कथमि रंग रंग virangam. Here is the absolute truth, indivisible and pure, stainless and the all of the form of the sky. Thus, how can there be here association and disassociation? How truly can there be here and play or cessation of play? Stanza number 9. योग वियोग रहितो योगी भोग विभोग रहितो भोगी एवं चरति ही मंदम मंदम मनसा कल्पित सहजा मंदम. The enlightened one is a yogi devoid of yoga and absence of yoga. He is an enjoyer devoid of enjoyment and absence of enjoyment. Thus he wanders leisurely filled with the spontaneous joy of his own mind. Yoga, practice of concentration. The yogi who is enlightened has gone beyond the need for it, absence, etc., because he is in the state of eternal yoga or self-realization, enjoyment, etc. Enjoyment of relative life, absence of such enjoyment would imply self-restraint and self-abnegation. The enlightened one is beyond both. Stanza number 10. Bodh vibodhai satam yukto द्वैत अद्वैत कथम ही मुक्त सहजो विरजय कथम ही योगी शुद्ध निरंजन समरस भोगी. If the yogi is always related to knowledge and perception, to duality and unity, how can he be free here? How can a yogi be natural and free from attachment here? He is the enjoyer of the pure, stainless and homogeneous being. Stanza number 11. भगना भगन विवर्जित भगनो लगना लगन विवर्जित लग्न एवं कथमि ही सार विसार समर तत्वम Gaganakara. The self is destruction, divide of the destroyed and undestroyed. The self is the auspicious moment, divide of the auspicious and inauspicious time. Thus, how can there be here substance and absence of substance? The truth, which is homogeneous, is of the form of the sky. Destruction, negation of all relative phenomena, destroyed, etc. Remnants of negative phenomena, undestroyed phenomena still existing, destroyed and undestroyed may also mean phenomena reduced to undifferentiated form and phenomena in the differentiated states which together constitute the universe, auspicious, etc. Although the expression refers to time, eternity is really meant. It is called auspicious because the eternal self is holy. Stanza number 12. Satatam सर्व विवर्जित युक्त है, सर्वं ततो विवर्जित मुक्त है, एवं कथम इहि जीवित मरणम ध्यानाध्यानै कथम करणम. Forever divested of all and united to the Self, the enlightened one is the all free and devoid of truth. Thus, how can there be here life and death, and how can there be any accomplishment through meditation or lack of meditation, devoid, etc., devoid of relative truth, accomplishment, etc.? In the transcendental state, meditation is not possible. Stanza number 13. Indarjalmidam sarvam yada मरु मरीचिका अखंडित मनाकारो वर्तते केवल शिवः. All this is magic like a mirage in the desert. Only the absolute self of indivisible and impenetrable form exists. Stanza number 14. धर्मादो मोक्ष पर्यंतम निरीहा सर्वथा वयम कथम राग विरागश्च कल्पयन्ति विपश्चितः. To all things, from the practice of religious laws and duties to liberation, we are completely indifferent. How can we have anything to do with attachment or detachment? Only the learned imagine these things. Practice, etc. The reference is to the fourfold idea of life as prescribed in Hinduism: dharma, observance of religious laws and duties for well-being here and hereafter; artha, acquisition of wealth; kama, satisfaction of legitimate desires; and moksha, liberation. We, the enlightened, learned scholars without spiritual experience. Stanza number 15. Vindati vindati nahi nahi yatra chando lakshmanam nahi nahi tatra samar samagro bhava viputah paralpati tattvam paramavadhuta. Where one knows nothing, there is verily no versification. The supreme and free one, pure of thought, absorbed in the consciousness of the homogeneous being, prattles about the truth. So, chapter number 7 and chapter number 8. Stanza number 1. तवदात्रेया व्यापकता हताते ध्यानेन चेतः परता हताते सतुत्या मया वाक् परता हताते अक्षम सव नित्यम त्रिविधा प्राधान. By my making pilgrimage to thee, thy all pervasiveness has been destroyed by me. With my meditation, thy transcendent of the mind has been destroyed by me. Thy transcendence of speech has been destroyed by me. By my singing thy praise, ever forgive me these three sins. Thee, to thy shrines, temples, and holy places, all pervasiveness, etc. To assume as pilgrimage does that the divine presence is particularly existent in certain shrines and temples is to deny that God is present everywhere equally. Transcendence, etc. In meditation, God is contemplated in the mind, making God there by mental, whereas God is beyond mind. Transcendent, etc. Singing the praise of God implies that God is within the range of speech, whereas He is beyond it. Stanza number 2. कामे रहत दीर्घदान्तो मृदु सुश्री किंचन अनिहो मित भुकम शांत है शिथ्रो मच्छरणो मुनि. A sage is one whose intelligence is unsmitten by lust, who is self-controlled, gentle and pure, who possesses nothing, who is indifferent, who eats moderately, is quiet and steady, and has taken refuge in me. Indifferent to all relative things and states, me, the self. Stanza number 3. Aparmatto Gabhiratma Dhartiman Jitas Sagune Amani Manad Kalpo Maitre Karuni Kavi. The sage is vigilant and resolute, has a profound mind, and has conquered the six bondages. He is not proud but gives honor to others. He is strong, friendly to all, compassionate and wise. Six, etc. Six passions: lust, anger, greed, infatuation, pride, and envy. Stanza number 4. Kyarpalu Krit Droho Titiksu Sarvdehinam Satya Saron Vadyatma Sme Sarvopkara. The sage is merciful, non-violent, and enduring of all. He is pure-hearted and is the essence of truth. He is the same to all and beneficent to all. Stanza number 5. Avadhoot Lakshanam Varne Gyatvam Bhagavatmai Ved Varnarth Tato Ved Vedanta Vidibhi. The sign of an Avadhuta should be known by the blessed ones, by those who know the truth of the significance of the letters of the Vedas and who teach Veda and Vedanta. Stanza number 6. आशा पास विनिर्मुक्त आदि मध्यांतर निर्मल है आनंदे वर्तते नित्यम कारम तस्य लक्षणम. The significance of the letter A is that the Avadhuta is free from the bondage of hopes, is pure in the beginning, middle and end, and dwells ever in joy, hopes, desires. Stanza number 7. Vasana Varjita Yen Vaktyavyam Cha Niramayam Vartmanesu Vartet Vakaram Tasya Lakshmanam. The syllable Va is indicative of him by whom all desires have been renounced, whose speech is wholesome and who dwells in the present. 12, etc. Because he is free from effects of past experience and does not indulge in hopes and expectations and therefore is free of the future. Stanza number 8. Dhuli dhus gatrani dhut chitto nirame dharna dhyan nirmukto dhukar tasya lakshmanam. The syllable dhu is a sign of him whose limbs are grey with dust, whose mind is purified, who is free from all diseases, and who is released from the practices of concentration and meditation. Limbs he does not mind where he sits or sleeps, relives, etc. All such spiritual practices imply ignorance and bondage, but he is free and illumined. Stanza number 9. ततव चिंता धरता येन चिंता चेष्टा विवर्जितः तमो अहंकार निर्मुक्त सत्य कार्तस्य Lakshman. The syllable ta is significant of him by whom the thought of truth has been made steady, who is devoid of all thoughts and efforts, and who is free from ignorance and egoism, thought, etc. That is to say, truth has been fully realized. Stanza number 10. दत्तात्रेयावधूतेन निर्मितानन्दरूपिणा ये पठन्ति च सर्वन्ति तेषां नैव पुनर्भवः. This Gita or song is composed by Dattatreya Avadhuta, who is the embodiment of bliss. Whosoever reads or hears it has never any rebirth, has etc. One who has realized the self is never reborn. So here ends this video, and the book Avadhoot Gita is completed. So thank you my dear friends for watching this video. Please like, comment and share the video and subscribe the channel. Thanks a lot. Namaskar. Please share these videos and tell your friends to go through these videos. They are very good and give spiritual knowledge. So thanks. Namaskar.